Hey everyone, I'm J.M.Duane. I'm gonna make crab nachos. Decided that one of the best pairings to go with my newly released 2021 Rosé of Pinot Noir from Monterey County, which I'm very excited about. This is a wine that I like to drink all through the summer and even into the fall. Wanted to have something that was easy to make, nachos, but want to make it a little bit more fancy. So we're gonna make crab nacho. Gonna get started by getting all of our final garnishes ready. So we've got a jalapeno. This is fresh from the garden because it's August here in Napa. However, pickled jalapenos work just fine. Want to slice these real thin. They get hotter as you go up higher near the top and you get more seeds. Hopefully I can get my kids to eat this, so I'm not gonna go too crazy on the spiciness. We'll see how hot this is. It's a beautiful flavor, not too hot. Gotta be careful because if you have real heat, sometimes wine can taste weird. So we're gonna take these radishes, just slice them as thin as possible. The best part about doing radishes is if you cut your finger while you're cutting, you get it on the red part, no one notices. The jalapeno is hot. Next, we're gonna take some scallions. We're gonna use both the white and the green parts. Just chop those, slice those real thin, almost transparent, get a little bit of color and a little bit of a sweetness pop once we garnish them on top. Okay, we're gonna make a little bit of a sour cream sauce to dollop on the top, just at the end of nachos. So we need about 1/4 cup of sour cream. I'm not gonna mix that with the juice from half a lime. Best smell ever. Just get that in there. Okay, I'm just gonna mix that up gently. Just get that till it's consistent, and then we can put it aside for later. Next, it's always nice to have, because it's August, we have fresh tomatoes from the garden. So we're gonna have a little bit of tomatoes which we wanna chop up into small pieces so we can have a nice pop of color and a little bit of flavor right on top. Cut these up, kind of dice them up. Not too big, just so they fit on each chip. It's a nice tomato. Make sure, take a break, try the rosé. All right, let's finish up these tomatoes. Then we will put these, just set them aside so we can garnish the top of the nachos. Okay, there we go. We're set in terms of garnishes. Let's move on. Let's get this avocado puree put together. So I have 4 tomatillos. Just gonna quickly chop those into quarters. Tomatillos are fun because you don't need to plant them in Napa. They just grow. There's seeds everywhere. Let's give a nice tang, a little bit of flavor. Okay, next we're gonna get our 1 avocado. Slice this in half. Use our spoon to cut out the meat of it. Now we're gonna need the juice from 2 limes. Chop these in half. Got a little hand juicer, makes things quick and easy. Smell of lime is one of my favorite smells on earth. It's nothing like it. Lemon's nice, but nothing's like lime. All right, one's for me. One more go. In, we need about 1 tablespoon of oregano. I'm using fresh oregano from the garden because I have it. Dried oregano, that's okay too, but you might want to use a little bit less just because it does tend to be stronger. Just gonna chop this up quickly. Pop that in. So we got 1 full bunch. Take the stems and the leaves, pop those all in. A little bit of salt. I'm gonna go 1 teaspoon of salt. Kosher salt is ideal. Pop that in. A little bit of fresh black pepper. We're gonna blend this up. Come on, baby. Blend. It's nice. It's green. It's gonna be beautiful. Can't wait to get that on top. Okay, time to move on to making the cheese sauce. So on the stove, I'm gonna get this going, get the burner going, medium-high heat. Pop in a little oil. Got a little avocado oil for high heat. Get that pot nice and warm. And then we're gonna get our chopped white onions in. And then 3 cloves of garlic. Sweating the onions, the garlic, soften up. This is the best part of cooking because once the garlic starts to cook, the whole kitchen gets fragrant. Okay, This has started to sweat. We're gonna get our 6 ounces of pork sausage in. We're gonna wanna brown this meat. We don't need to cook it fully through, but wanna make sure it's brown. Mix it up with the onions and the garlic. Ooh, the stove is hot. All right, we'll let that meat go for a minute. Okay, now that this is cooking, we're gonna get some of our crushed red pepper in there with the meat. As much as you'd like. I'm gonna go for about that much so the kids will still eat it. While that sausage browns, we're going to start to measure out our heavy cream. So we need 2 cups of heavy cream. This is gonna be the base of our cheese sauce. I feel like I should tell a story about how my grandmother made these for us when we were children, but my grandma mostly cooked grilled cheese sandwiches. When it's time, we're gonna pour in our heavy cream, and then we have our 2 cheeses mixed together. We've got the mozzarella and the cheddar mixed together. You can use a Oaxaca cheese or mozzarella as a substitute. Both of them work really nice. Gives us time to top off the rosé. There we go. Always do the bottle shot. It's August. It's hot. It's a good season for rosé. Best served chilled. With crab nachos. Next to a pool if that's possible. But whatever you got, it's always time for rosé. So that is browning up nicely. I am going to pour in the 2 cups of heavy cream. And then we're just gonna let this warm up until it comes to a light bubbling, a light boil. This cheese sauce is starting to warm up, starting to come to a light boil. So we're going to slowly add our cheese mixture. All right, starting to get thick, that's good. We just gotta melt the rest of this cheese and we are gonna be in cheese sauce business. This recipe is actually endorsed by the American Dairy Council. Okay, this is starting to thicken up nicely. Okay, that cheese sauce is looking good. And we will get ready to get this onto the chips. All right, let's put these nachos together. We got our chips laid out on a plate. We're gonna start with our cheese sauce. Just gonna spoon that over the top. Just in small dollops all the way around. Cheese sauce is on. Let's get the crab meat. Get that just over the top of the cheese sauce. Kind of spread that around. Crab meat is what makes this recipe extra fancy. And there we go. All right, let's start to make this look good. So we have our avocado puree. Just do this in dollops all the way around. We're gonna get a lot of color, a lot of beautiful flavor. This is tart. We have the creaminess from the avocado. We got the base of the tomatillos. The cilantro and the lime juice are gonna make this really a pretty addition to these nachos. I'll just eat this stuff with chips too. It's really nice on its own. Okay, next we're gonna take this sour cream. So we're just gonna dollop that around. All right. Let's finish this up with some garnish. Give some nice color to this. So we have our sliced radishes. We're gonna take our scallions, both the green and the white parts. Then we're gonna finish these off with some of our fresh heirloom tomatoes. Beautiful base of chips, the cheese sauce, the crab, and then our red, white, and green brings a lot of color, a lot of nice excitement to this dish. There we go. Oh, almost forgot. We've got our jalapenos sliced thinly. Just give this dish a little bit of kick, a little bit of excitement. Goes really nice with the crab. There we go. All right, nachos are ready. Come try them out.
Ooh, looks good.
Check it out.
All right. All right.
All right, here we go. Cheers.
Cheers. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, that's good.
Try some rosé.